Hello, students. We have to talk today again environmental microbiology and public health, as well as environmental biotechnology. And we have to talk today about the role of genetically modified organisms in environment. This is our latest era of science in which we are using modified microorganisms and modified crops, modified plants, and modified animals for the improvement of environment as well as for human benefits. So here today we will discuss the role of genetically modified organism in environment. Objective of this content will be the students will know how genetically modified organisms are GMOs are created and their advantages and disadvantages by performing a close read answering. Objectives of this content will be after the studying of this content, the students will know how genetically modified organisms are created, how we can make the genetically modified organism, and their advantages and disadvantages by performing a close read answering. So we have to see here vocabulary are words related to GMOs, genetically modified organism. This word we have to must understand. DNA, gene, mutation, insertion, artificial selection, natural selection, trait, plasmid, recombinant DNA, chromosome, biotechnology, transgenic, transgene, biofuel, bioremediation. We must have to understand and we will learn all these uh, terms during this subject, during this course, which we will study over here. So, what is genetically modified organism? It involves the insertion of DNA from one organism into another, or modification of an organism's DNA in order to achieve a desired trait. So, this is called genetically modified organism that we are inserting some characteristics, some desired characteristics from one organism to another organism by transferring its DNA. We know very well deoxyribonucleotide, which is inherited material in every organism. It carries all information from ancestors to their offspring. All characteristics from ancestors to their offspring. So, by inserting a small piece of DNA from one organism to another organism, we are acquiring the desired characteristics. Another thing, what we can do in genetically modified organisms, that we are changing in the DNA of that organism, either that is plant, either that is microorganism, either that is human, either that is animal. Just we are changing some characteristics in DNA of that organism, such as color has the gene of color has been inserted. A fragment of the DNA which is controlling the color of a rose has been inserted into rose, and we have obtained this type of trait. So genetic engineering versus agricultural breeding. Artificial selection has influenced the genetic makeup. Artificial selection has influenced the genetic makeup of livestock and crop for thousands of years. That what humans were doing, that they were crossing the plants and animals to get a good and advanced species, a stable species. Supporters of GMO crops say GM foods are safe. Critics of GM foods say traditional breeding uses genes from the same species. Selective breeding deals with the whole organism, not just gene. In traditional breeding, genes came together on their own. So this is the genetic engineering versus agricultural breeding. So in artificial selection has influenced the genetic makeup of livestock and crop for thousands of years. Supporters of GM crops say GM foods are good because they produce more, they are stable, they are resistant to different chemicals, environment, pests, and insects. And critics of GM food says that traditional breeding used gene from the gene species. Selective breeding deals with the whole organism, not just one gene. In selective breeding, what they are doing, we are taking a whole animal and instead of the transferring genes. In traditional breeding genes came together on their own. So agricultural breeding, what they crossed over here, doesn't it? They crossed. So it was intermediate and modern corn, female and male. You can see. Traditional breeding changes organism through selection. Traditional breeding changes organisms through selection. That you have to select one organism and you have to cross that selected organism with another selected species, and you will get a trait. We will obtain a desired organism, and again that organism will be crossed with their same species, that we will obtain a better species. While genetic engineering is most like the process of the mutation, in that what we are doing, just we are changing, just we are knocking down a gene, or we are activating a gene in in same organism, and we have not to go for the selection of the organism. That this organism is good, we have to select this organism for the breeding, and we have to select this female for breeding. We will cross it and we will obtain some animals. They will crossbreed again and will obtain good animals. But it is lengthy and time-taking procedure. But in genetic engineering, what we are doing, just we are switching, just we are changing the gene, or inserting the gene in an organism, which activates, which transcribes, which translates, and which functions and appear in a good way. So genetically modified organisms, scientists take the gene with the desired trait from an organism. Scientists take a gene. Gene is a small fragment carrying some specific characteristics. Insert the gene into a circular piece of bacterial DNA called a plasmid, and then insert the plasmid with the desired gene called recombinant DNA into bacteria, so the bacteria will produce multiple copies of the desired gene. What they did, this is bacterial chromosome and bacteria, this is cell from another organism, this is nucleus, this is DNA. Okay, 1 and 2 have taken plasmid from the bacterial cell, have taken gene from this mammalian cells. This uh, gene has been inserted in this plasmid. This is called recombinant DNA. Now this is inserted in bacterial cell, and bacterial cell produce more and more copies of this gene. Now this can be used for the further purpose, can be uh, used for further activity. So this is called genetically modified organism because the characteristics from this now has been included in it. Now bacteria have ability to produce the characteristic of this cell also. Biotechnology is impacting our lives. Biotechnology, the material application of biological science to create products derived from organisms. Biotechnology, the material applications of the biological science to create products derived from organisms, transgenic organisms, and organisms that contain DNA from another species. So we have to understand this thing. Biotechnology is material applications of biological science to create products derived from organisms, transgenic organisms, and organisms that contain DNA from another species. This is called a transgenic organism. An organism that contains DNA from another species and survives and produces its copies. Transgenes, the genes that have moved between organisms are called transgenes. And the one organism's DNA or its gene are functioning in another organism is called biotechnology, and the process by which we are transferring one gene or one DNA or DNA of one organism, gene of one organism, transferring into DNA of another organism and producing something which is desired for the human is called biotechnology. GMO in medicine such as genes of insulin has been inserted in inks of flowers, can be inserted in bacteria, can be inserted in plants. Clotting factors we can produce by bacterial cells. We can transfer a gene of clotting into bacterial cells or into other cells by which we can produce clotting factors. At blood thinners we can induce in plants into bacterial cells, and we can use that can make blood thin. Banana vaccines, various type of vaccines can be produced by banana, which will be a part of diet and can use it easily. And cancer fighting eggs also can produce by as GMO. So these are all the uses of the uh, GMO, genetically modified organism, in which actually what we are doing, we are transferring a desired gene from a particular organism to into a common organism which can be handled, which can be produced, and which can be maintained easily, and it can be produced in bulk easily, and it will be available easily and cheaply to everyone. GMO in biofuel, GMO plants can be grown, and such as algae as well as rapeseeds and canola. These can be uh, genetically modified, and it is can be produced at higher quantity, which have ability to produce fuel, biofuel content in huge amount, and can be used for industrial revolution, and can be used alternative of the normal fuel, normal oils, and normal petrols. GMOs in bioremediation also are used. because we can introduce certain genes into animals, into plants which have ability. Suppose we will insert a gene which have ability to decompose or absorb the pollutants from the environment, and we will grow such plants which have gene to remediate, to fix or to decompose the pollutants. So these plants, when we will grow in soil, they will absorb uh, different type of pollutants into it is organic mass, and will keep it away for longer time. Popular trees remove groundwater contaminants, and genes has been transferred into popular trees which have ability to absorb pollutants from uh, soil, from water. Similarly, EnviroPig, in pigs certain genes has been induced Frank swine able to digest and process phosphate. This is also genetically modified organism in which specific genes has been inserted which have ability to decompose to remediate the environmental pollutants. And if we will check the elemental content in mass of such animals, mass of this animal, we will find a huge quantity over here. Genetically modified organism in pesticides, uh, by transferring specific genes from wild environment or from another environment into plants, we can produce certain plants which have ability to resist the pest, which have ability to kill caterpillars but not poisonous to human. So So this is what will do it. It will save our crops for longer time. Genes has been inserted in this cauliflower, in this plant, and now this plant and the gene has been expressed over here. Now caterpillar cannot eat this plant if it is resistant to caterpillar, but it is not poisonous for the humans. So GMOs are working in every field of life. GMOs in manufacturing produced silk in milk to make biosteel. Genetically has been changed such gods. Genes has been inserted in gods. Genes has been inserted in such insects which have produced uh, silk of high quality which can be used in biosteel. So GMOs are playing a very important and big role in our environment. Some genetically modified foods we can see Bt gene is transferred from the Bacillus aeruginosus into corn. European corn borer feeds on the corn plant and ingest the protein encoded by the Bt gene. The Bt protein generates and collapses the cell lining the gut, and the insect dies. So these are called Bt crops. What they did, Bt gene has been inserted, Bt gene has been expressed on leaves. If the caterpillar of this insect will eat, will attack on this plant, it will damage its gut cells and it will die. So genetically modified foods are safe and protective from insects. Some genetically modified food, soybean, Roundup Ready crops. So these are the genetically modified foods. Soybean, now its loss is very less due to its a resistant variety, and a resistant gene has been transferred or developed by means of bacteria from another organism. Some genetically modified foods, these are also has been genetically modified. These are resistant from insects. These crops we can see golden rice, fortified with vitamins. Golden rice, this has been fortified with vitamins. The genes of vitamins has been inserted in such rice, which are working giving additional benefit to its consumers. These are also genetically modified crops. Quantity has been increased, resistant from insects and resistant from various type of losses. Starling corn, which is called, what has been done? Resistant genes has been transferred into these foods and has been expressed, which are resistant to environment, which are resistant to pest. So if these are resistant from the pest, so the cost of the pesticide also has been used, as well as negative impacts of the pesticides also has been reduced in crops. In genetically modified foods, if you will see how they compare aqua advantage salmon, if you will see GM salmon, genetically modified salmon have length 24 inch and weight 6.6 pound. Farm salmon length is 13 inch and weight is 2.8 inch. Both fishes are 8 months. So we can see over here how much it is meat production is too huge, and it has been genetically modified, and it is resistant from pathogens and have ability to produce more mass in same time duration, while this is small compared to this one. So so it meets the requirement of food in globally increasing population, which is a demand of the increasing population. So we have to stop up to this. In our next class, we will continue from here.